Hello everybody. Welcome to the learning tutorial for Windows desktop environment. In this, we're going to learn the basics about starting, shutting down, working with files and folders, launching program applications using control panel, and managing the taskbar. Let us begin with the basic first and talk about starting and shutting down and restarting the Windows. Basically, every computer screen has a background which you can see over here as green leaves, and this is known as the desktop. Now this particular desktop has a start button on the bottom left hand side corner. So when you just go ahead and click your mouse with it, you would see a certain set of options which have come up. Well, you can go to the right hand side of the screen and simply choose on settings, and you can choose what exactly you want to do with your computer. So in order to start, shut down or restart Windows, I am going to choose the options like shut down and restart if I want to reboot my computer again, and simply click them. I am not going to click this because it is going to disconnect our tutorial here. Now, let us try and understand this particular environment of our computer. Well, I have certain set of icons here which are, and as you can see that the screen is moving constantly. So I can go here and I can choose all the available options wherein I have all the applications under the Microsoft Office and Microsoft Windows environment, which can give me an array of options available. I have Microsoft Office, I have all my tools available. I can use mathematics tool, notepad, paint, whatever I can choose. I have a whole array from A to Z set up here. If I want to go back to my Windows environment, I can simply click on this button and I can choose File Explorer or Desktop. Now, let us talk about how to launch a program or application. Well, I am simply going to go ahead and open a sample folder for you. For example, if I want to open a new folder, I can go to File Explorer. Now, this particular small box represents a folder. So I double click on it and I see the computer environment, my PC. Now here you would see certain pictures, yellow colored files, which are known as folders. Also, in this environment, you would see on the left hand side corner file, which would describe what all options are available for you here. You can open a new window. You can open a new window in a new process. That means you can restart it in a new process. Now, you can choose set of options from here like downloads, the recent places which you might have visited. On this particular computer, you have desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, videos, etc. These all are folders. As we know that each folder is a combination of files inside, let us just see what exactly it contains. Let me, for example, click on Desktop. When I double click on the Desktop folder, I see all these folders and files which are a part of my computer. See, these are the same folders and files which have been playing in this particular folder. So you can see that the same folders and files are on your main screen and in this particular folder also. So a folder can consist of the rest of the folders and files. In this, if I have to create a new folder, I can simply choose right-click. I can simply right-click on my computer and I can click on New. So whatever I want to create, I can simply go ahead and choose folder, any shortcut. if I want to open my database, if I want to open a Word document or a PowerPoint presentation or a Microsoft Excel sheet or a simple plain text document. I have an array of options available with me to open any kind of file or a folder. So if I want to open a new folder, I can simply click on it, single click, give the name to the folder. For example, I can say sample folder, and I can simply click on the empty screen. Now this sample folder is created. So in order to launch it, I simply double click it, I right click on it again, and if I want to enter or put in a new folder or a file in it, I simply single click on it and I can write sample file. So that's how I can open a new file or a folder. However, if I want to delete it, I can simply select the delete option on my keyboard, or I can right click on it and I can choose any of the options. I can delete the file, I can rename it. Now in order to rename it, I can simply click on rename. That means if I do not like the name of the file, I can give it another name. So since you can see that this is highlighted in blue, I can simply choose another name like, say, sample1. Well, that's my name, my choice. Whatever you feel like, you can give it a name. However, ensure that you do not start your file with, or you do not use alphabets, or you do not use extensions which are not supportive of your document. Anything which comes after this dot is an extension which talks about the properties of that document. For example, if I right click on sample here, I can choose properties and I know that what kind of document it is. It opens with Word and it is chosen on the desktop. And I can check out, I can make it whether it is a read-only file or it is a hidden file. I can hide it not to be seen by other people, but just me, and I can hide it. I can go ahead and make it visible again. So right now I'm not going to choose these options, but yes, if I want to change the type file, I can choose more options. However, if I do not have any more options available, that means this particular file is only supported by Microsoft Word. Okay, so I can choose and apply once my changes are done, and I can click on OK, and my file is being property-wise set. Now, going back here, talking about implementing for file search functions. How do I do that? Well, on this particular screen, if I talk about sample folder, I can see search on the right-hand side. I can choose anything possible, whatever search I want to do. However, this search would be available on this particular folder, which means I am in my PC, in desktop, in sample folder. If I'm trying to search about, say, Project Technocreates, no item is going to match the search. Why? Because I am searching in sample folder. However, let us just try a little bit more detail. I go back again, and I'm on desktop. Now let me try to find about Project Technocreates. Now you see, I can get so many things available for Project Technocreates. This means that whatever folder I am in, this is where the search option will begin. So I do not need to go ahead and remember all the names of the files and folders. If I want to search, I can simply go to my main drive. I can choose local C and I can search here also. I can choose the D drive or the E drive. I can choose pictures. I can choose music. I can choose downloads. So all these folders are available, and in these folders, I can go ahead and search whatever option or file name I want to do. Let us talk about something more in a little bit more detail about control panel. Now let's see, what is a control panel? Basically, control panel controls the functions of your computer. How? Let's see. You have all the options available here, Let's start with system and security. Then we have network and internet. We also have hardware and sound, programs, user accounts, appearance and personalization, clock, language and region, and ease of access. Well, these options are available according to your requirements. If I want to talk about system and security and I click on it, I get an array of options available. For example, whether my computer is secure or not. I can check about the firewall status. Well, hopefully it is a little bit connected. Now, on the left hand side, I can see all the control panel options listed the same way which were there here. So if I go to system and security, no doubt I can get the options of system and security, but yes, I can also go ahead and access the options of the control panel. So for example, from secure system security, I just want to go to programs and I want to uninstall a program. It is very simple. I simply go ahead and choose from the list of the programs available, and I can go ahead and click on whatever option available is there. Say for example, if I want to delete this. So I click on this and I click on uninstall or change. The computer is going to ask me whether I intend to actually uninstall it or not. So it is asking me a question. It is my choice because maybe by chance someday I might click on uninstall, but I really do not want to uninstall it. So if I want to uninstall, I simply choose uninstall. Otherwise, I choose cancel. But yes, these are the list of programs available which are going to be there in your computer. In fact, which are there in your computer. So from here, from the control panel, you can actually check out whether there are some kind of unwanted programs in your computer or not. Now, if I want to go ahead and go back and talk about Windows features or installed updates, this is very important because sometimes what happens is that we can choose about what kind of updates have happened in the computer which we do not know about or due to which some kind of error might have occurred. So as I know that I would know that for all the applications in my computer, there might be some kind of updates happened. I can have an array. So starting from the year 2013, my computer has gone through all these updates. The point is that if I want to uninstall something, I can simply select and I can click on uninstall. Understand this thing that until unless you select it, the moment you select it, uninstall comes into picture. But before that, it is not there. Now, if I want to choose about changing default settings for some kind of programs, I can still go ahead and choose here. Also, talking about user accounts and family safety, I can change an account type or remove user accounts. Now, these accounts are useful when I go ahead and log on the account. Here, this is my name and this is my email ID and I'm the administrator and this computer is password protected. Well, I have the picture of my daughter and niece here and I have another option of guest account. These accounts, basically administrator and guest accounts, are for providing different kinds of facilities, or you can say security features. Since this account is password protected, that means very few people who know the password or nobody else except me can go ahead and utilize it. Guest account, well, it is a kind of account which provides very less features or does not give all the access to all the files and folders of the computer, just the major ones which can be utilized by everybody. And it does not show the hidden files and folders also. So in case if you want somebody to access your computer but not have a full access of it, you can choose the guest account. Okay, now in order to understand a little bit more let us talk about appearance and personalization. Here, you can choose from an array of options available where you can go ahead and personalize your computer. You can personalize the display, you can adjust the screen resolution if you want to have bigger fonts or if you want to have smaller fonts. For me, I like my computer like this, which gives me a better clarity. If I want to choose folder options, I can specify whether there's a single or a double click to open the folders. By default, there is a double click to open the folder. Also, remember in the beginning, I could hide my folder or file. Here, when I can click and see that all the hidden files and folders are available. Fonts. Fonts are simply your computer language styles. So I can change font settings. I can choose different settings for my computer. I can restore back to default font settings, which I would not do that right now. However, if I want to go ahead and choose my region or if I want to choose hardware and sound. Now this is very important because I can see again a whole list of options available. Now, if I want to go ahead and choose what exactly option should be there for my computer, if I want to check the battery status or adjust the screen resolution again, make text and other items larger or smaller, I want to adjust the settings before giving a presentation, or I want to change my location, well, these are just some of the options which can help my control panel. I can also adjust sound or system volume. Here you see you can have high and you can have low. I'm sure you can hardly hear the sound. Now the point is that these all options available help me work easily. This is all about your computer, which is going to be worked upon. Thank you.